EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Throwing to start the drive. Curtis. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Slot man moves right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's free going. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd and 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And it's fielded at the 34. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Okay, ready?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Green jack. Ready.
Back to throw. Curtis. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Steel, black. Blue stripes.
From the gun on 3rd down. Curtis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The Falcons have 3 and 9 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Black open. Red, yellow. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Curtis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's a 2nd and 8. Fourteen nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. back to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 17 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Saints 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ready up.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Hut, hut.
Off play action. Curtis. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Isaiah Foskey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Let's go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Right through. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Curtis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. Curtis. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Check right. Fight, 97. Smack, red. Check, huh?
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Okay, right.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Ready?
Back to throw. Curtis firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will move on by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard.
19 tight.
They'll set up a throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Come on, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Watch out now. 50 series.
To throw on second down, Curtis.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Second down and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
Back to throw here.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 10.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Come on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Pass or 11, pass or 11.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints' 36-yard line.
Eat on blue. Quad red. Fury, yellow.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis. The left side, it's complete. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Grill green. Hut, hut.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No clock on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Check mash, check mash. Pack the 60, pack the 60.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this will line up a Saints 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go, Reed, go. 19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
18 rattle.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
They'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Curtis.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. In motion comes the tight end left.
Blaster, 6. Green Jack. Steel, black. Set, hunt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Let's go.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one. So they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
Blue strike. Ready?
Off play action. Curtis. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
48 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Curtis. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also get one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on first down. Muscles him off.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6.
Happy Lions. Cougar 19.
He's able to find Melton.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Cup 19. Go check. Go check.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Running to the right, this is Vaughn.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the jump.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here's 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Falcons 41, Saints 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And this returnable for Hill.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Set. Ready. Hut, hut.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
What will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Falcons, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.